Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena. We're going back in for the third and final time with our blue-white wizard tempo list. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay, and I'll see you there. Alright, we're in, and what a hand. What a hand. Well, I mean, the odds of drawing lands have been lowered, right? Can I keep this? If it's a creature deck, we have some bounce, we have some flicker. I think we've just got to mulligan it. We are on the draw, though. So as long as we hit a non-land, it should be fine. I mean, yeah, I guess it should be fine. Any basic creature should be okay. Since we don't know what we're up against anyway, we can't really value each individual creature, and I mean, that's the greatest creature of all time, so alright. Never punished. Is it Esper again? It's Grixis again. Alright. Well, we have 3 mana to Fairy, so that's cool. Let's play Naban. Just get him out there. He's probably going to die, but we have no use for him right now anyway, so not too much trouble there. And yeah, we're just going to probably play Teferi next turn with the minus in mind. So hopefully my opponent goes like something like Search for Ascanter, so we can tempo swing that. Thought Erasure. Well, goodbye Teferi. So the question becomes, do I actually use the Time Twist to protect Naban, or do I just throw down Exclusion Mage for no value, just putting 2/2s on board? That's a tough call. If they don't take Teferi right here, it's very clear that they've got Planeswalker removal. Yeah. And even then, I still would probably take it, since it's likely to be something like Bedevil. Alright, so we now have Wizard's Retort, which can get rid of 4 mana Bolus, so I think I'm just going to hold that instead. Since the Exclusion Mage doesn't do anything right now. If they go like Thief of Sanity, then we get some value there. Tap land. All the check lands in the world for my opponent. And there's Search for Ascanter. 1 card. I think I've got to let them have it, to be honest. Because it's 5 mana Bolus next turn, and that's much worse than a Search for Ascanter. That loses the game on the spot. Then we double up the Wizard's Retorts. Oh, that's so tilting. Alright, hit you for 2. Yeah, if I'd have known what was on top, I would have countered the Search for Ascanter there then. But at least we have double counterspell now, so there's that. We can Exclusion Mage next turn with counter backup. So, yeah, I'm just really hoping to see some creature tempo here. Thief of Sanity, that kind of thing. So we can swing that back in our favour. Opponent passing. Okay. Another Naban. Well, that's discard fodder to 4 mana Bolus if we want to actually let it resolve. It's going for 2. And I think we actually do want to fire off this Exclusion Mage on its own. If they go after our creatures, we're going to let it go, because it will be probably bait to let the 5 mana Bolus resolve. And the likelihood is that they go after Naban, and we have a spare one anyway, so it's no actual trouble there. Okay, so let's see what they go with. I think we probably, honestly, if we get some decent draws and we don't absolutely scrub out off the top, like double Wizard Retort here should be the tempo swing that we need. There's Cry of the Carnarium, so yeah, that's getting countered. Maintain our tempo. They could have a Tyrant Scorn here, I suppose, but again, they go after Naban. Oh, do they have a counterspell of their own? Syncopate X1. Well, that's a blowout and a half. Okay. And Deputy of Detention. Alright, well, Naban. Say go. Yeah, our alternative was Teferi's Time Twist there. Keep a creature in play through all of that. I did not expect the counter magic, to be honest. This deck is very much a tap-out control deck, so counter spells not often a thing. I do have double Deputy. But this is basically going to replace itself. This is a tough call. I mean, if they have Syncopate, they can do an X2 next turn. I think I'll let this go, and I just double Deputy, Search plus Narset.
focused and disciplined.
With counter backup.
No option. Keep an open mind.
Let's see what they go with. We can also pressure with Naban as well, so it's no big deal. We're not drawing extra cards anytime soon, so... A Bedevil. Awkward. That is awkward. Alright. Not drawing cards anytime soon, he says. I guess I just... I do want to deputy with counter backup, I guess. Let's swing at our opponent first, see what they do. Since that's a guaranteed play anyway. They go down to 12. They're going to want to protect this, so we can do, like, Deputy of Detention, Teferi's Time Twist, instead of the counterspell. Or if they do it on our end step, which is probably what they want to be doing, then we'll have to Wizard's Retort, I guess.
Such violence is upsetting.
Yeah, if they do it on our end step, we do have to Time Twist, Wizard's Retort. So we go to our end step. And they do it at the wrong time. So Teferi's Time Twist, Deputy. Everything comes back, but they can't use it. On our end step, we get a more powerful Deputy of Detention, and we clean up again.
I won't forget our time together.
They could still have more removal, which is quite likely, but this is the best we can do, so we've just got to hope that it's good enough. As is a great motto in life, your best is always good enough. Oh, no! Ah! Okay, that's a minus on Deputy, but Bolus is dead, I guess.
For your cause.
And then Narset replaces herself. That's really grim. Oh my god, no, Liliana. It's getting worse. Oh, and have you got more? Have you got more removal? Oh, you sick person. You disgusting person. Well, I guess I'm dead. Alright. What a turn. What an unbeatable turn. Okay. So, all removal. We didn't see any creatures there, so we'll just bring in the Dovin's Vetoes, Teferi, go down the Exclusion Mages, at least to a certain degree, use Deputies to take care of Thief of Sanities if they do end up coming in. Spell Pierce for the Thought Erasures coming in. Yeah, I think we just go completely down the Exclusion Mages. Silent Gravestones, useless. Time Wipe, probably useless. Guard Mage is a flex slot kind of sideboard choice, but I don't think we want to go down that one. Let's go down the Omen Speaker as always. We know they've got Cry of the Carnarium, so Time Twist does have some value. As well as the minusing on our Planeswalkers, we can Time Twist those away. So let's go down a Portal. And I guess a Dive Down as well, since we brought in so much counter magic. We'll need that less. That specific effect less anyway. And I guess this is how we want our deck to look. Versus the 19th Grixis Control. I don't know why it's so popular in gold, but apparently it is. Although Silky, is that a person we played against before? Sounds familiar. Maybe this is the same person we've beat in the past. It's potentially the thing, and therefore they know exactly how to play around our deck, if they remember us. Alright, let's play first. We've got Vetoes and Wizard's Retort, so yep, unless we get Duressed, we can absolutely counter the first discard spell, and then Guard Mage is not ideal, but we should be able to draw decently, I imagine. We don't have too many bad draws. So let's see if they Duresses. They know we're very creature-based, so Duress, although it does hit counter magic, is not that fantastic overall. And they are set up for the Thought Erasure here. And it looks like they've got it. No? Okay. Well, we just play Island, Hold Up, and the Wizard's Retort, which is much more powerful than the Veto, since we know they have one Syncopate in their list at the very least. There's Duress. So, I could tap out, or I could just let them take my hand and know what it looks like. They always take a counter spell, it's just whether or not they're going to follow up with something. I don't think they are. Let's just Wizard Retort them. Okay, another Veto. Another Veto. Do we wait? I really wanted a 2-drop creature there, to be honest. 2-drop creature into Holding Up and Veto is very nice. So they could have Narset next turn, they could have Citrus Canter. There's a lot they could have. They could just remove my Guard Mage. Narset minuses down to 3, correct? I think she does. I think we go with the Guard Mage. I think we push while they can't play their big boluses and things. Time Twist isn't bad. Let's just hope we don't get punished here. And yeah, they go with a Narset. That's the one play that I would really hate. Into Thought Erasure as well. That is grim. Alright, well. Hit your Narset. Gotta pressure that one out.
This is overwhelming.
And yeah, we can use a Portal to flick a Guard Mage on their turn. And since Narset says we can only draw 1 card on each turn, that's when we'll have to do all of this stuff on the Guard Mage. So I'm guessing they're going to go with a Thought Erasure, which is really annoying. We can't really maintain card advantage that way, if they're just constantly going to eat our hand away. Looks like they're just going to pass the turn. No Thought Erasures. So that's counter magic, basically. Counter magic and removal. We're going to kill your Narset. I hope they know that. I'm not going to Portal, though. And they even discard into hand size. Yeah, this doesn't seem like an ideal play, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I would have thought about getting rid of a deck. So they did have removal. We have Dive Down. So that's pretty good. Let's get in on Narset, which opens up Guard Mage plus Dive Down if we want it. I imagine we're going to be using our Dive Down here, though. Yeah. Get rid of Narset. Fizzle the Bedeck.
You are a mighty warrior. I concede.
And yeah, we're going to pass the turn. They've got Thought Erasure, which could take something that we really want. Otherwise we've got all the portals in the world. Shocking in again. This time, what is it for? We don't have an answer to Nicol Bolas the 4th. Ugh. Okay. What do we discard? I mean, we could go for the Portal, see if we can get a Wizard's Retort in response. I guess that's the play. Otherwise, opens up better discard fodder, which is Island. Is Island better discard fodder? I'm not sure if it actually is or not. I guess I could do a Teferi's Time Twist here as well. Discard the Island. We just want to hit like land and Hold Up and Guard Mage plus Veto, I guess. Which is why I don't really necessarily want to get rid of it. I only have a 3/4 though, so I'm not exactly stopping Nicol Bolas, but I could get Deputy of Detention plus Dovin's Veto to get rid of him. And then this is more powerful as a Guard Mage. I think we will recycle. So get rid of the island. Bring back our Elite Guard Mage. Get a land anyway. And Deputy Detention. Sweet. Alright. Deputy, get rid of Bolas. Got the Veto for removal. Although we know they're running 2 mana removal, so they've got Thought Erasure as well. Could Thought Erasure as pre-removal so that we don't have an answer. And we might want to consider then letting them take a card so that we can Hold Up in the Veto, the second one. A lot of tough calls to be made on this particular matchup. Yeah, you see if they've got another Bedeck, Black, black, or red, red. Or black, red, they've also got. Yeah, I think we'll give them the Surveil. They can take my veto, and then we get to keep Nicol Bolas off the field. I feel like this is the deck where a lot of the time when your opponent goes for hand disruption, you actually just let them take it. Because they were hoping that we'd counter it so that we won't be able to protect our creatures, at least from dive downs, which they know about. If I had like Spell Pierce or Dive Down, I would absolutely counter that though. A Naban. Ooh. Okay, well, swing for 4. And then we play Naban. Naban plus veto. They know our exact hand, so they know how to play around it. We have to hold up and veto, though. I can't give them back a Nicol Bolas. Not without a fight, anyway. And again, this could be an occasion where if they go for the hand disruption, that I just let them. Because I really want the double guard mage. God, just keep getting counter spells. That's all I want. Just more counter spells. Every time I don't hit a counter spell, it's basically a sad moment. God Eternal Kefnet. That's one I did not expect. Alright, well, let's do Guard Mage. Let's play Plains first and then Guard Mage so we can get triple blue open. Land. Augur. Oh, that's a tough call. Augur, Spell Pierce, Augur Dive Down is a thing. It's just not as good as holding up and veto though, I don't think. So, let's go. See if they get a non-creature off the top. Looks like they didn't. So it was either a land or a creature. Or an enchantment, I guess. Cetra's counter is a thing. I feel like once I get this Augur of Bolas in play, sacks a creature. Sack Guard Mage, I think. Yeah, if this Augur like double hits, I feel like we're going to be in a really good solid position. Well, now it doesn't necessarily have to. Always use your planes if you can. Leave up like 1 or 2 depending on your hand state, of course. But like the vast majority of this deck is blue based, splashing 1 white. They've got a Syncope X2, which I'm happy to pay. Get a Dovin's Veto. Pretty good. Get a Teferi's Time Twist. Insane. We get a land, and now we've got Veto Veto. Or Veto Wizard's Retort. We've got so many counter spells. I could do a Time Twist to pump up the value of my Augur. I actually have a Time Twist onto Deputy, take Kefnet out of the picture and start swinging. But we have to discard in response to that, so I'm going to have to wait until I've got like a better thing to discard. So let's just maintain our patience. Pass the turn with basically a brick wall on. They did not hit again. To be honest, like, a Kefnet, for me, has been really disappointing. Like, even when I put him in an all-spells deck, the amount of times he just hits lands is really tilting. That could just be me being really unfortunate. But, I mean, my opponent's kind of in exactly the same position. Like, they went several turns there without actually hitting anything off of it. And we managed to pull out the game, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I think we want to run it back exactly as we did. Could we be going 4 for 4 against Grixis Control? Let's find out. I didn't think that Grixis Control was a good matchup, but our win rate against it has been pretty insane, so I've got to believe that it actually is. It's like tempo control, but going against a control deck that deals with creatures. It's basically our arch nemesis, you would have thought. Because we're like merging 2 different strategies together, but so is our opponent's countering those 2 different strategies simultaneously. Or trying to, at least. Hand disruption for control, and creature removal, obviously, for creature-based decks. Okay, double veto, 2 lands, all of our more expensive stuff, but Teferi Time Ravel is pretty sweet. I like the double veto. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it. I think the only thing that can make this hand a little bit better is, honestly, if this veto was a Spell Pierce for Duress and things like that, and for the Thought Erasures. So what do they end up taking here? Do they want to fight through our counter spells and take those, or do they want to take Teferi so they can actually use their Syncopates? Which, to be honest, the moment they saw Teferi, they should have bought it out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if we get Thought Erasured here, our hand just gets shredded. But we've managed to dodge that, so that's pretty sweet. This hand's not shaping up how I'd like it. It's very expensive, and it doesn't deal with 4-mana bolus. And I'm pretty much forced into, I think, going for the Teferi next turn, which might get syncopated if they've kept it in. Narset, they know about this, so they're playing it intentionally. But I have to go for it. Because now I'm going to play the Teferi, which wouldn't have given me access to this draw.
I have a plan.
Naban and Guard Mage, okay. I really want a land for Kasmina. I think that's our better situation here. I'm guessing they're going 4-mana bolus. God Eternal Kefnet. So I might just have to fire off the Guard Mage to block. Or I could just do Naban. Tick up Teferi.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
So we could play a Kasmina, draw, discard. Our opponent might play Nicol Bolas, though. We've just got a really bad hand. I really needed counter magic in this, and we don't have it. So it's a tough call. I could pretend I have counter magic and go with a Naban here. We lose Teferi, but Teferi's done his job. 3-mana, draw a card. It's a lot. Oh, they got Duress. Oh no. Double Duress. Yeah, okay. That's what you get about talking about good matchups. You get shredded. Oh. They didn't copy? Oh, no, they can't actually do it, can they? Reveal an instant or sorcery, copy that card, you may cast the copy, and they can't cast the copy at instant speed thanks to Teferi. Yeah, we let them have this. So yeah, Kefnet's kind of nerfed with Teferi in play. I didn't even think about that. But there you go. Takes Teferi's Time Twist. And kills Teferi, I'm assuming. Really hates on Teferi. What's the best for us here? I guess it's just counter magic. I need to be able to hold that kind of thing open. Omniscience Cruelty on the barn. We got a land. Okay, well I'm gonna play Guard Mage, hope for like Spell Pierce. Not bad. It's losing its value, but if we get a Kasmina down, then it regains a little bit of value in that sense. I need an answer to Kefnet though. I need my Deputy Detention at least to take care of it for a few turns. And yep, tip 4. Justicia's Portal. Alright, well, swing. See if we can get our 2 damage in. We did. And then we play Kasmina. And loot.
Join my cause.
There's Deputy. I think we get rid of Justicia's Portal. So we want Spell Pierce for this turn. 3, 4, 5. This isn't a land. So we can actually Spell Pierce successfully their Nicol Bolas. And we want the other Kasmina just for more wizards, I think. So yeah, let's get rid of Justicia's Portal. It's only drawing as a card at this point. It's the top deck to land.
I will return with even more disciples.
And passing. Ooh, Teferi Time Raveler on Kefnet. That's really nice. That's quite the tempo swing for us that we really need. It could even draw us into a proper counterspell as well. If we can get a proper counterspell, then Kefnet is in trouble. No, we just got the Hallowed Fountain there. Well, we're just going to play that tapped. Swing for 4. Could be incorrect doing that if they've got 4 mana bolus. But I imagine they're just going to replay Kefnet because we know about it. Thought Erasure. So Spell Pierce, the Thought Erasure makes them pay 2 if they want to take another card. Otherwise we just let them have it. So I think we've got to let them go. I'm assuming they're going to go after Deputy of Detention potentially here. Since it puts Kefnet back in the deck. And they really want a blocker. Yeah, takes Deputy. And then they can play Kefnet. So another Deputy is our best draw, I think. Tis a land. A land, I say. Alright, well, play Kasmina. Good draw, please.
My students are loyal geniuses.
Augur of Bolus. Alright, discard the land. Tick up to Fairy.
Don't worry.
And
I
play
got this.
Augur. We're not spell piercing anything anymore. And apparently we're not drawing anything anymore either. I hate this dumb button. Will they fix that thing? Please. Alright, I think it's Guard Mage block if they attack any of my Planeswalkers. So I like the tax on Kasmina, plus the extra wizard that we get out of it replaces the Guard Mage. And I want Teferi as close to that 3 as possible so we can bounce and tempo swing. Although they're just going after Teferi, I thought they'd go after Kasmina, to be honest. So Teferi ticks up to 3 next turn. We draw 2 cards. Turn after, we lose Teferi to bounce Kefnet, but we get to swing for 5 this turn, 7 the turn after, potentially. Yeah, I think we block. Angrath's Rampage gets rid of Teferi. Wizard's Retort's much better than Spell Pierce, so let's draw a card, see if we can get something better.
Is a new lesson.
Something better. Guard Mage with Wizard's Retort back up. But an Augur of Bolus. Augur of Bolus is more pressure. We lose to Cry of the Carnarium. They can't really afford to swing anymore. They block one of our 2s. They take 2, 4, 6, 7. So we got lethal with Wizard Retort back up. They didn't hit anything off the top. Kefnet becomes a disappointment once more. If they swing at Kasmina, we let it go. Although they won't anyway, because they know they're dead on the backswing. I really enjoy this matchup. Like, I've come close to winning nearly every single game, I would say, except for, like, the absolute nut draws. And it's been a lot of back and forth as well, which is the best kind of Magic. When you Ruffle Stomp somebody, it's fun at first, but it wears off quite quickly. They've got a Liliana, and I think that is how you present lethal. You are dead. Cost them 3 mana minimum to target our creatures. They've only got 1 red. So, yep, that's game over. Taking down Grixis Control for the 4th time out of 4. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright guys, well, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's a lot of Grixis Control to digest, but I feel like these matchups are quite entertaining, so hopefully you guys feel the same way as too. If you do, make sure to hit that like button. It helps out the channel a great deal and helps me as a content creator. Greatly appreciate that kind of feedback, so be sure to do that if that is something that you're interested in doing. Other than that though, hit the subscribe button as well for some more Magic content in the future. This will be the 3rd video for this deck series, so that's going to be enough of it on the channel. However, if you do want a 4th bonus video, I do offer, as a content creator, a Patreon page. If you go and support that or subscribe on Twitch, you get a 4th video of every Magic weekly series that I post. So it greatly helps me out, but it's completely optional, and I greatly appreciate anybody who decides to do so. So thank you very much. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.